So I got absolutely cooked in London session today. I was trading Euro USD, you know, your casual Tuesday, opening up the charts, doing your analysis, sipping your coffee, right? And you're excited. No trades yesterday, it was Monday, but today is Tuesday and it's game time. And market was looking fresh, you know, when you get that fresh market, when you see that this is going to be nice. So I waited for my setup in London session on Euro USD and everything looked nice, right? I took the setup, hit stop loss, that's fine. And I was like, I'm not done with this chart yet, right? I'm going to see how it's cooking, how it's developing throughout London session. Maybe it was just an early trade, but then I see market starts to consolidate, right? So I tell myself this is probably not the day, right? And hear me out, guys. Then I had a meeting that was actually really important in my personal life and outside of trading, and I couldn't look at the charts that much. Then after the meeting, I opened the charts and I see that price actually moved down and hit my TP. And usually I would have been so frustrated and been like, bruh, like obviously like the market has to move when I'm busy, right? This is so unfair. But the thing is, I actually took a hard look at the markets. And then I told myself, does this trade make logical sense? And I was like, the market has been consolidating for 2 hours straight, right? Why should I force this trade? Like, I could have done so. Maybe I would have done so if I was looking constantly at the charts and not at the meeting. But I realized that this trade wasn't A+ anyway, so I don't care. And that's pretty much it. Like, I've lost 1% this week so far, and that's it. I don't care. And the reason why a lot of people never progress in trading is because it's simply because they let this stuff control them. Like, just 1 year ago, this would have destroyed my week. I would have been pissed off and frustrated the rest of the week because of this one trade. Even though it was a mediocre trade, right? Then I would be so angry and so frustrated, right? But the thing with trading is that it actually reveals so much about yourself, and sooner or later you have to look at yourself and look at the parts of yourself that you're probably not so proud of, because nothing else like trading is going to reveal sides of yourself to yourself that you need to take a look at, because most other areas in life actually let you get away without looking at those sides, right? Like, they're kind of in your subconscious, in the background, and they're controlling you without you even knowing it. But you don't have to face them because they don't ruin your whole life, right? But in trading, you actually have to face them. And that's what I've been doing lately. That's why this trade doesn't affect me that much, because I realize that I have responsibility. If I have a meeting or something important, I can't just cancel that because I need to look at the charts 24/7. That's how this stuff works. I have responsibility. And that's something I've decided to do. Other people may be like, I'm not going to let anything interfere with my trading. I'm going to cancel everything when I'm looking at the charts. That's their choice. If they want to do that, or if they're in a position to do that, then that's fine. If you have other stuff in your life, you can't just cancel everything because of trading, because that actually in itself makes you really emotionally invested in trading in general. Imagine staring at the charts 24/7, canceling everything else in your life just to get stopped out in like 2 seconds. How are you going to feel then? Truth is, when you think about it, I have responsibility, you have responsibility, you probably have people depending on you. Even if you think you don't, you probably have whoever, like your future family, whatever. And I know that I have people like looking at my trades, my journey, and I want to be an inspiration for them. I want to do it for them as well. I want to show them that I got cooked today as well. Like, if you got cooked, like, I got stopped out from the market as well, and maybe I'm going to perform well in NQ in New York session, who knows? But as of this moment right now, I'm down 1%. And if I can do so, if I can like put the charts away after losing that 1%, and don't get emotional that the trade went to TP because the market was consolidating for 2 hours straight before. Then you can do so as well, because I'm not smarter than you. I used to struggle so much with trading psychology and trading discipline, and especially revenge trading and FOMO trades. I'm probably worse than most of you watching this video. I was probably worse than you, but even I got to a point where I don't let that phase me anymore. A lot of people in my Discord as well today were kind of like, they saw the levels I marked out, but this was a day where you have to make your own calls. Like, I took a trade, got stopped out, but some people took another trade or a wider stop loss, or took an entry higher time frames, and they hit TP. But it doesn't matter. You have to trade the way that you've been backtesting, and that makes sense for you. And for me, my backtesting showed me exactly where to enter and where to put my stop loss, and I have that statistical edge. And if I get stopped out, it's just another day of doing business. And when you zoom out and you look at yourself, you actually realize that you're not special. You don't deserve special treatment from the markets. And one of the reasons why I do trading in general is not why I started trading. I started trading to get rich, to prove myself. But at this point, I do so just to not stress about like money anymore. I don't even care that much about being rich. Obviously, it's nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, that's what we want. But for me, like, my main motivation at the moment is just to not think about money. Like, not to spend my whole life thinking about how to pay my bills. Like, just to have that freedom. And you don't have to be rich of trading to do that. You just have to make a normal salary, and that's not that much on a 100K account. But you have to find out what your goals, what your vision is. And I really think that in 2026, a lot of people watching this are going to finally make that profitable stage and actually show to themselves that they have what it takes. Because time is running out, and you can't just keep delaying this. You have to actually step up and do the right thing here. And I'm sure a lot of people will. And you're going to be so thankful that you did later on.